Hello everyone and welcome to another Feed Army video. My name is Emmanuel and today I will talk about Performance Max campaigns, where there's actually an advanced feature that you can utilize your performance data to create segmentations for your Performance Max campaigns. So what I want to do first is do a special shout out for two people. That is mainly Jeremiah Leyen, who is from the Netherlands and where I designed my script off. So he did the foundations of pulling the Performance Max data for the products into a spreadsheet. And I also want to do a special shout out for Frederick Valais, who is the original creator, in my perspective, who created it years ago for smart shopping campaigns where you can collect the product ID data with the performance data and utilize that. So what I've done is I've recreated the code specifically for Shopify so that you can utilize the spreadsheet information as a supplement feed in Google Merchant Center. So what that allows you to do is in Google Merchant Center set up feed rules using that custom information that you have pulled from your Google Ads performance, and then use, for example, custom labels to separate them and segment them into different campaigns. So what you want to do is, if you're in your script section, which you can do by going to Tools and Settings and then Script. But if you're using the new UI, so you're not a MCA or like an agency, you're a individual advertiser, then what you want to do is go to Tools and then Bulk Actions and then Scripts. And then you can follow along the same steps. So you will see the old UI, but you can follow along. It is exactly the same. So what you want to do is create on New Scripts, then check New Scripts, or click on it actually. And then while this loads, it takes a little while, you copy all the code. I will leave a link in the description to the article that I've written. So what we want to do is then paste this. The first step is that you want to create or copy this URL for a new spreadsheet. So when you copy this URL, it will just create a new empty spreadsheet. So you don't really need to use what I have provided, but let's just do it for me. So now you can see it will say, oh, copy. Okay, make a copy. And then we want to copy the URL that you can see in the address bar. It's hidden from this video, but I can show you I just copied it. And then we want to just paste it here. And then for the Performance Max campaign, the name, you add the name that you have assigned. So for me, that will be not US Performance Max, but it will be with the RS value. So whatever your campaign name, that is what you want to do. And then what you want to do is just name your script. So for me, I'll just PMax data, and I'll just add test because this is, I've already created one code. We want to save, then authorize. In a lot of cases when you authorize, so what will happen, maybe it will not happen here, but it will give you a red banner saying, oh, it didn't work. There you go, not authorized. So what you want to do if you have the red banner is just reload the page and then click on authorize. And now it should work. Allow. Okay, perfect. So that works. Then you just run the code, run without preview. And then we go to our spreadsheet and here we go. We got all the data that we need or want to use. And you can set the scripts. If we go back, I usually set it to just daily. So just click on daily and whatever time you want to set it to, and that will then update constantly. And then what we want to do is copy the URL of the spreadsheet you just created. And here you will see I've already created the performance data so that I can actually present the data for you in this example. But what we do is go to products, feeds, add the supplement feed, and then just call it performance. I'll just call it 2 because I've already created one. Then click on continue. So I will select then an existing spreadsheet because I've already created it. It will called copy of untitled because I didn't name it, so whatever you named it. And then continue. Select the primary feed that you want to apply to and then create the feed, and click on the account that is linked to that spreadsheet. Okay, so what we want to do then is go to our supplement feed, and we want to make sure that in the settings we change the fetch schedule, enable it, save this, and then you can fetch now to process it. Now I will delete this secondary performance sheet because I don't want this data, but now we can then see the data. So we go to all products, we click on a product, and then once we scroll to the bottom, you can see all the information that we've added. So this is clicks, this is conversions. You will see other things like calculated RS. These are other setups that I've done, so this is not part of the script. But conversion value, conversions, the cost, impressions, as you can see here, and RS. So all of this information, then what we can do with that information is go to feed rules. So first we go to feeds, click on your primary feed. Feed rules, then click on more. So I will just do a custom attribute testing. It doesn't really matter, but I would, for example, for the purposes of creating separated PMax campaigns, you would use a custom label. So you would use custom label, but as I've already used this, I don't want to give you the example with strange values that are irrelevant, so just testing for now. What we want to do is click here and then choose our performance, and then here you can see all the data. So for example, we can go with impressions. If impressions is less than 1K, and don't forget, don't just enter, because if you do that, nothing really happens. It's really annoying, but you always have to click on the add value. And then, so if impressions is less than 1000, we want to set the custom label. I know that it says testing, but assume it is custom label 0. We want to set the value to, for example, low performing. Again, don't enter, just you have to click on the value, and then here we go. So here we are, we've got one product, for example, that has a low performing, and then once we save that and then apply it to the feed, we can then go into Performance Max and then create a subdivision or asset groups with those labels. And of course you can do all sorts of rules. So as we have a little bit more data like clicks, conversion value, the cost, of course not the ID, and the RS. So there are lots of things that you can create, rules to create from. So your imagination is pretty much the limit. So do as much as you can to help your customers create fantastic setups. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out or leave a comment below. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.